What do? We do all the housing applications, room selection and assignments, move in, move out, keys, summer housing, which is not available for incoming students, but it'll be available the following year. We have summer housing for part summer or all summer. I do know that some football players are here currently for workouts, correct? So you can live in summer housing and still be on campus to use the facilities. Emergency response, we work very closely with campus safety. Our departments work, there's somebody always on call. We develop student leaders through our residential advisor program. So if you're ever interested in being an RA, information will go out about that. You should not be an RA your first year, but your sophomore year or your following semester, you can apply to be an RA. That does come with room and board compensation, along with, that's the best part, right? It does come along with resume building, leadership skills, and that kind of stuff. We support students through our professional staff, campus safety, and RAs. Again, I said our pro staff is on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week throughout the academic year. We are always on call. We do conduct and policy enforcement, just like when you live at home, your parents have rules, you have rules here as well. Don't come for me, we don't make the rules, we just have to enforce them. Okay, so I don't know if you've heard of everyone talking about upper campus and lower campus. We're going to talk about what it is really quick. Lower campus, Ball Hall and Johnson Hall and Stauffer Hall, which is not on the slide, but if you don't know, if you had an admissions tour prior, you heard that lower campus did not have AC. It is getting AC currently put in for the Stauffer, Ball, and Johnson will have AC by fall.
Hey!
And that is a huge donor came in and donated the equipment and the stuff to put in the electrical for it. It's supposed to be happening right now, so if it doesn't happen, that is not on housing, that is facilities, just so. Ball Hall and Johnson Hall are open to incoming and returning students. They offer singles, doubles, and triples. And Stauffer Hall is mainly for just new students. That's first year students. It offers singles and doubles. All halls at Whittier College have communal bathrooms. So what that means is all restrooms on every floor of every building are communal. All the stalls have doors, all the showers have doors, but it's just one large communal restroom. There are male and female, and we do have some that are gender inclusive, where that it doesn't matter what gender. Lower campus is closer to the dining hall and classrooms. It is closer to campus events and most resources, which is CAS, admissions, health center, and campus safety. Upper campus, which is the Harris A, B, C, and D buildings, offers singles, doubles, but our themed communities. We have Latinx, Sankofa, gender inclusive housing for this upcoming academic year. For themed communities, and then Turner Hall, which is mainly just for upperclassmen and incoming transfer students. And we offer singles and doubles. Upper campus has the best views, and it's close to the athletic center, but it's definitely a workout with lots of hills and stairs. Now on to the real questions. Where do I apply? How do I get a single? How do I pick my roommates? And do I have to live on question? Do I have to live on campus? Live on my switch. And you already talked about the checklist. Did you receive your checklist? So the housing portal. The QR code for the housing application, which is on the checklist, so you need it. This is what it looks like. Once you log on, once you click on the housing application on the portal, this is the tentative timeline. The priority deadline is June 15th. If you do not apply by June 15th, it is okay. You just will not be able to select your own housing. but you will still be placed, you will still have a housing spot, you just won't be able to select your own. Time slots and lottery numbers will be emailed to you on June 22nd. And if you need accommodations for anything, a single for anything, AC was another accommodation, but all buildings will have AC now. The deadline to send it to Student Accessibility Services is June 18th. And again, once you fill out the checklist, all that information is on there. What the time slot and lottery numbers mean is once you fill out your application before the 15th, your name goes into a huge pot, and a computer-generated program mixes it up, spits out a date and a time, and that's when you log in and select your room. And whatever room is available when it's your day and time, you can select it. And on the application, if you have someone that you know you want to room with, and if you are a transfer student, it will not show you an incoming first-year student. If the two of you want to live together, please email me or ResLife, and I will make sure you're paired together. But if you're a new student and there's a new student that you want to live with, you just have to find each other inside the portal by their username or your first name. And it'll match you together, and you can drag each other into your room during your housing selection. It's very, very simple and very, very easy. The housing selection dates are June 29th and June 30th. July 1st, if needed, depending on the number of students that are selecting housing. And then July 2nd, if you have not completed your housing application, but you are required to live on campus, you will automatically be placed and billed for a double and charged for a meal plan. All right. And then on this portal, there are web pages to everything that you would need to know. Orientation information, where to mail stuff to the campus if you want to mail stuff ahead of time. What to bring. The bed sizes on campus are extra large twin, so you will need extra large sheets. So on here, it tells you how to mail stuff. You will get your box number once you're already a student and on campus. But if you need to mail things, you will just put your first and last name and mail it to the mailroom. And here's their contact information. What not to bring and what to bring is also on here. The cost of rooms, move-in dates and closure dates. It'll tell you what dates were closed for Thanksgiving break or winter break. If there's charges associated with it, what dates are spring break. We're actually open for spring break. You don't have to leave. You don't have to leave for Thanksgiving break. And there's currently no charge. Winter break, you do have to leave. All those dates are on there. And once you go on to any of these sites that are ResLife, all the answers are here. The dates, you can see the residential halls. Everything's on one site. But extra large twin bed, closet for wardrobe, a desk, and a desk chair are already in the room for every student. So we just wrote down what items that we think you need for each room. And then we wrote down stuff that are recommended to bring and things that are prohibited. No hot plates, no anything that you can leave on and something can be on top of it and catch fire. No candles, water beds, because it's happened, ice baths, because it's happened, and it's caused floods. And then things to leave at home, the space is limited. Don't bring your whole wardrobe. Large suitcases that you can't store, things like that. Command hooks, we know you want to hang stuff on the walls. You want to make it as home as possible. As long as they are the ones that don't leave damage, because if there's damage on the walls, you're going to be charged for it. That's through our facilities department. And it's something like $30 per hole in the wall. So there's that. And then on here, it'll show you rooms of like what a Stalker Hall room looks like. And then we'll talk, so for your student ID card, you need to submit a passport style photo to dispatch@whittier.edu before July 25th. In order to receive it during orientation and to get your meals. That is how you eat with your ID card. It's very, very important that that is submitted before July 25th. Singles and triples are first come, first served. And what that is during your time slot, if a single's available and you want it, grab it. If the singles are already gone, there's a wait list that you can add your name to. Can I buy out my room for a single? No, you cannot buy out a double for a single at this time. Can I have a double room as a single? No, if you end up in a double room by yourself and you don't have a roommate, you will at some point. Please don't put your beds together. You will get a roommate. When can I select my room type and building? You cannot select that during the application. That is all during housing selection, which will take place on the selection days in June. And then any other information between the housing selection is on the website. So each one of these buildings, you can click on it and it'll show you the size of the room and what an example of one looks like for each one. Policies and procedures are all on here. It's very important that you read it because you will be responsible for knowing it. And then to log on to the portal, it's the log on button up here. You will click on the one down here. And ignore the staff login. It's the Whittier one down here. Once you are logged in, these 3 yellow bars will have where it says messages. The message bar is where you will get information from housing. It'll go to your POET's email as well, but it will also go to it's the housing portal. Any email is sent, it'll go on there as well. It's also where if somebody wants to be your roommate and they message you, that's where it'll go. So that is the face of the portal. Once you're in it and the application, it's step by step. It's like 12 steps, and you can't move on to the next one until you complete the first one. Very simple. All right, football move-in day. I believe it's the 11th? August 11th, you will move in. You will pick up your keys with your coach. All keys will be packaged and will be handed off to the coach. You will not move in with residential life and housing. The best way to reach us, especially during the summer, is by email, because we are doing RA training and packaging and getting ready for the other population of students to move in. But that is our phone number, and that is our general email that'll go to myself and the 3 other people in my department. It's just residentiallife@whittier.edu. And our Instagram account is where we post all upcoming information, events, important dates and deadlines. If you'd like to follow us there. And then, are you required to live on campus? Oh, actually, if you're a transfer student, you are not required to live on campus, but we welcome you to live on. If you are 22 years of age or older, you are not required. If you are in a domestic relationship with a partner or have a child, you are not required to live on campus. you live within 30 driving miles of campus with your legal guardian, with your parent, you don't have to live on campus. You cannot, the college policy is, and it is not a housing policy, it is the college policy, live with an aunt, grandmother, sister, brother. It has to be with your legal guardian or your parent. If your parent rents an apartment, they must live with you in that apartment. If you're married or in a partnership, or if you are approved for off-campus through Student Disability Services, for whatever medical reason or whatnot, you're approved through them. Any other reason, you are required to live on campus unless you are a senior status. So if you have any questions about exemptions, it's on our website. There's a financial hardship, and then there is a medical hardship, a medical exemption, as well as a, if you don't meet those requirements for a medical or financial, and you just wanna petition it, you can email the assistant dean. It's all on our website. You just need to petition the residency policy with him, and then he'll review it, the committee will review it, and then they will decide if you're approved or not. But other than that, we are a residential college, and you're required to live on campus. Meal plan, the lowest meal plan you can carry living on campus is a 10 meal plan with no flex. The highest meal plan we have is a 19 with flex, and the meal plans are actually through the business office, not housing, but that's just something that I know, so I wanted to share that with you. But other than that, I don't have anything else, but I will be here for the remainder of the time, so if you have any questions, you can see me, and congratulations and welcome.